On Friday, August 8th, 2025, a historic moment took place in the Bahamas. For the very first time, the world's two largest cruise ships met in the same port. The sister ships Icon of the Seas and Star of the Seas both called at Royal Caribbean's private island, Perfect Day at CocoCay, marking the debut encounter of two vessels of this scale. On board were not only over 2,300 crew members, but also hundreds of content creators and influencers experiencing firsthand just how impressive these ships are. Icon of the Seas was on her regular 7-night Eastern Caribbean itinerary, departing from Miami on August 2nd. CocoCay was her final port of call before returning to Florida on August 9th. If both ships had been sailing at full capacity, they could have brought more than 15,000 guests to the island at the same time. What a sight it must have been to see these giants docked side by side. Even from Great Stirrup Cay, a Bahamian island about 1 mile east of CocoCay, the enormous Icon-class vessels would have dominated the horizon. The very next day, August 9th, 2025, the world's largest cruise ship arrived for the first time at Port Canaveral on Florida's Space Coast. Escorted by a tug spraying celebratory water jets, the ship passed Jetty Park before docking at Cruise Terminal 1. Star of the Seas, delivered to Royal Caribbean on July 10th, 2025, by the Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland, had crossed the Atlantic at the end of the month. After arriving in Ponce, Puerto Rico on August 4th, Royal Caribbean launched a full-scale pre-inaugural program, starting with a special media and influencer preview cruise from Ponce on August 6th to Port Canaveral. During the voyage, the ship visited Perfect Day at CocoCay, where the two legendary Icon-class ships, Star of the Seas and Icon of the Seas, met for the very first time. This 3-night preview cruise sailed well below the ship's maximum capacity of 7,600 guests, giving participants an exclusive chance to explore areas and experiences not yet open to the public. From August 9th to 13th, the ship will host travel advisors, followed by a final media preview from August 13th to 16th, building even more anticipation ahead of the first public sailings. On August 16th, the Star of the Seas will officially be named in a star-studded ceremony hosted by Motown legend Diana Ross. To mark the occasion, Royal Caribbean will operate a 4-night celebratory cruise, calling it Perfect Day at CocoCay. Additional short sailings will follow, a 3-night cruise on August 20th, and 2 4-night cruises on August 23rd and August 27th, before the ship's first official voyage, a 7-night Western Caribbean cruise departing August 31st. That itinerary will visit Costa Maya and Cozumel in Mexico, Roatan in Honduras, and CocoCay, a staple port for the Star of the Seas. Thanks to the Meyer Turku shipyard's early delivery of the vessel on July 10th, 2025, months ahead of schedule, Royal Caribbean was able to run this extended preview period. The yard had also built her sister ship Icon of the Seas, mastering the Icon-class design through efficient construction milestones. Steel cutting in February 2023, keel laying in December 2023, launch in October 2024, and sea trials in May 2025. Once Star of the Seas begins regular service, she will rotate between Eastern and Western Caribbean itineraries, visiting ports such as St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Philipsburg, St. Martin. The first Eastern Caribbean cruise will depart on September 7th, 2025. As the home port for Star of the Seas, Port Canaveral is hosting a free Sailabration event to coincide with the naming ceremony. Locals and visitors are invited at Jetty Park to watch the ship's departure, enjoy food trucks, live music, giveaways,